What's funny is I used to be really worried about these comments, like, fuck, I'm spreading Nazi propaganda. Like, I really started to question, like, this map. And then I'm like, no, it's literally the symbols are there to show you that there are Nazi ties to not only NASA, but just the US government in general. Werner von Braun, the US government hired him even though he was a former Nazi. If you want to know more about the government's affiliation with Nazis, it's the fucking Operation Paperclip. Look that one up too. There is so much shit that happens behind closed doors, and the only ones who dare speak up about it are like offed. I mean, have you seen the Clinton body count? I have no problem with people making rash assumptions about me because, like, I have to be brave enough to not give a fuck about those kinds of comments. Because I do really find this map very educational, and everything I've looked into has really been eye-opening to me, such as Brian O'Leary's interview on Project Hamelot, which is now off of YouTube, but you can still listen to the audio and transcript. He explains that once everybody nearly reaches free energy technology, then, like, they're off too because the government doesn't want that, because guess what? We're run by oil companies and energy companies, and if they stopped having that fucking money coming in, like, then they lose their power. And it makes sense, like, lobbying in the United States, like the FDA, like, none of that shit is good for us, and yet these companies are like, no, it's greater than that, like, it's fine. Such as, like, I believe Lucky Charms ranked higher than, like, eggs or something on that one chart that got released not too long ago. There's so much nonsense that goes on within the government that we're supposed to, like, respect. And I think y'all forgot, like, FedNow's coming out in July. Like, we're literally going to be tracked with every single fucking purchase, but the sheeple are going to be just fine with it because, like, oh, well, I don't buy anything that's wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Like, we need to stick up for ourselves and stop fucking complying and, like, stop being scared when we see these symbols, because guess what? Like, the Nazi symbol, that's been used for, like, centuries. Like, the Nazis were very into occultism. I'm not saying they're good people, by the way, like, in case you fucking are ignorant as shit and you think that I'm, like, supporting Nazis or something. I'm just saying these symbols have outlasted even the Nazis. Like, if you look all in Asia, there is that fucking Nazi sign there talking about, like, the spiral nature of the universe. Like, it really, like, you have to look into symbolism and why things are there. Like, have you ever considered why there's that rod with, like, the snakes going up it on the ambulances and every medical symbol, aka the rod of Asclepius, or however you pronounce that, representing the Kundalini energy rising up in your body? There's a lot of truth hidden within plain sight, so I have no problem with people just making these rash assumptions about me that I'm, like, some Nazi supporter, when it's like, no, you just have to look into the deeper truths of what's going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of shit that we don't understand, and, like, Alex Jones tried to talk about it. I know y'all are gonna shit on me for even mentioning his name, but I really enjoyed the Joe Rogan podcast he was on. I think he's got something there. And if you want to open your eyes to, like, a very small glimpse of what's going on behind the scenes, I think you should watch that stuff too. Anyways, hope this was helpful.